So this may end up being re-recorded. The reason being, I'm trying to film in low light. I've got the interior lights on, producing a little bit of glare possibly, and I've got the ISO cranked right up on the GoPro, just trying to get a bit of a video of a night time, because the issue I've got now is we're in middle of September. The dark nights are drawing in. We're at 7:20 at the moment, and it's not dark, but it's low light conditions outside. This situation is only going to get worse as we progress towards Christmas. So by the time I've got my little girl in bed and I think I'm going to go out and shoot a video, I want to be able to go for an evening drive with you and talk to you, but I appreciate the video quality might be absolutely awful. I have to bin it off, so we're just going to see what we get. You may end up with me in a suit during my 9 to 5, and we're having a chat then as well, so we'll see how we go with that. But what I want to talk to you about tonight is about electric vehicles and whether the UK is ready for electric vehicles. The government set the target of 2045 for all new vehicles produced in the UK, or sold in the UK rather, to be completely electric. And at the time when they announced that, a good few years back, I was thinking 2045, it's an age away, you know, of course.
400 yards, turn right onto.
Of course they can achieve that by 2045. But now I'm thinking, we're in 2020 and I'm thinking, 25 years has flown like that. Now, we're ready with electric vehicles. We've got EVs that are fantastic. The likes of Tesla produce arguably the best in the world. You've got Polestar coming up close behind now. And we've also got the likes of...
in 100 yards, turn.
We've also got the likes of people like BMW producing solely electric cars, like the i3. We've got Mercedes with the EQC. We've got Audi with their e-tron. So we've got big manufacturers taking this seriously, but they've got one or two cars. Kia's offering I was very impressed with. Kia have got the e-Niro. Honda, the Honda E, I love the Honda E, I love driving that, it's fantastic. So I've driven a few electric cars and I think they're fantastic, they really are.
Right.
But the only thing I would say is, are we ready? Are we ready for EV? And I don't mean can the manufacturers ramp it up and say we don't need combustion engines anymore and we can turn everything to electric. I'm talking about, are we ready as a country? Are we ready as a world? Is the infrastructure ready? Is the infrastructure in place? So at the moment, if you're in a Tesla and you're driving from Manchester to Cornwall, the chances are you're not going to get there on a full tank. You may do, but you're probably not going to get there on a full tank depending on how you're driving. You might have had to nip and do something in the morning or the night before and forgot to stick it on charge. So even with these sort of, in my eyes, ambitious 350 mile ranges on the long range Model X and Model S, I still think you're going to struggle. So the Tesla's fantastic. You want that huge nav that they've got, that huge infotainment system, sort of bigger than an iPad, and it'll plan your route via Tesla supercharger points. So it'll plug you in along the way, and you can obviously detour off one. You can use the conventional EV chargers that side of the road, they're a bit slower. The Tesla chargers are charging in half an hour. But is there enough of them about? Say you plan your route and it says, right, come off at Bristol and jump on a Tesla supercharger for half an hour and you'll be on your way again. What if you get there and it's full, it's at capacity, there's too many people using it? What's the B plan? What do you do then? You could use the slower charger and take a while. You could wait for that one to become free. Just sort of in a journey down to Cornwall that's long enough as it is, probably a 6-hour trip, you end up with that being 7 hours, 8 hours, and I just think we need more of them. We need more of the infrastructure, and I don't know if we're ready yet. And then there's the argument as well of how green are these things? Now they reckon that between 17 and 30% greener than a combustion engine. So obviously the fossil fuels that are involved in, you know, burning petrol and we're burning diesel and things like that. So you know, there's a clear, tangible thing that we can see there that we're burning and we're polluting the atmosphere with the CO2 emissions that are coming out of the vehicle. And obviously things have got better with that over the years, and we've got catalytic converters, and we've got DPF filters, and we've got AdBlue and things like that have been engineered so as to reduce the pollutants going into the atmosphere, which is great. But if we're saying an EV is this green machine and whoever drives it, I remember watching Top Gear years ago with Clarkson and them sort of saying all these celebrities bought Priuses because it was like the car to have and they were environmentally conscious and all this sort of stuff, and you think, yeah, but how green is it? So it's 17 to 30% greener than combustion engines. I appreciate we're going to run out of petrol and diesel, so yeah, that's another reason we need to be considering alternatives. But you know, how how are we going to, if we've got a country that's run solely on electric vehicles, we're going to need a lot of electricity to power that. Where are we generating this from? At the moment we burn coal, we burn fossil fuels at power plants to generate electricity. So yeah, okay, you've got wind turbines, you've got solar energy. We're not really a country that has that much sun, are we? So, and we have a lot of wind, but again, these wind turbines, they've got to meet certain conditions in order to spin and in order to operate efficiently and not rip the sort of fins off the wind turbine. So it's a lot more complicated than it may sound. And have we got the capacity to fill every farm up that you see? That I quite like the look of them. A lot of people don't like the look of them. They're an eyesore on greenbelt land. So have we got the capacity to do all these things? And are we ready for this sort of EV generation in 2045? There'll still be combustion engines on the road unless the government change something. Because if you own one, there's nothing at the moment that says that won't exist still. It's more the fact that they won't be selling new combustion engines. And there's something quite sad about that, really. And I tell this story Saturday Discovery 4, and you know, regular viewers of the channel will know I love nothing more than a Range Rover. An L405 is my favourite sort of thing. I absolutely love the Discovery 4 as well. I think it's a fantastic place to be, even in a middle of the road specification, which this is. It's got heated seats and it's got full leather, and it's a nice comfortable thing to be in, but it's not a top spec. But it's just, you feel at the right ride height, you feel safe, you feel secure. 7 seats, tons of room. It's unbeatable off road. They're just fantastic. So I think they're great. Now they're going to make these electric. Land Rover have got the new Range Rover coming out, the proper full fat Range Rover coming out in 2021, and there's been some sort of artist's impressions of what that's going to look like based on the test models that have been on the road dressed in camouflage, and it's a stunning thing. And they're going to offer that in a they're going to offer that in a hybrid, they're going to offer it in a petrol, they're going to offer it in a diesel. This weekend I've been driving a full fat Range Rover. It's an Overfinch spec with a 5 litre V8 out of the SVR in it, and it's had the Overfinch have put the active exhaust system on it that's Bluetooth controlled, upgraded in the cup holders. The noise of the thing, the look of the thing, just everything about it, you hear that 5 litre V8 fire up, and it's unrivaled. It really is. And I think, what happens when we get these electric cars? Yeah, they're stupidly quick. You get from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds in a P100D Tesla with ludicrous mode. So yeah, they're brilliant at that. They're full of tech. I love tech. That's great. That ticks another box. They're probably a lot more reliable than a combustion engine because you've not got the moving parts of an engine. They don't need servicing. They don't need all the things that go with a normal combustion engine. They will just run. But I don't know. You even like it. I mean, this is a 6-year-old Discovery 4. It's done 60,000 miles. It's quiet as a mouse, and it's got sound deadening and everything that goes with that. But even in, I used to have a Discovery 1, and even in them it had done 200,000 miles. It was the 300 TDI, 300. A 300D engine in it, and it just clattered and made a racket. But there was something fantastic about that. When we used to sell cars, we had a recovery truck. We had an old Transit Smiley van on a G-Reg. The noise from the thing, and you drop the clutch and it quiet down, you lift the clutch back up and it's shaking it, rattling it, and bang. There's something nice about that, and nice about the noise that comes with that. I love the sound of a diesel engine. I know a lot of people don't, but that petrol V8 yesterday was something else. Really, it was. And I don't like the way certain manufacturers do these things, like Volkswagen do it with the Golf and the GTD. You can have like a speaker inside the car and a speaker at the back that makes it sound like it's sportive, and I hate artificial sounds with things. And I think that's what's to come. Well, people already started doing it, but that's what's to come with these electric cars. You know, this artificial man-made sort of sound, so that we believe we've still got an engine. And I don't know, I think it's a very sad day when we start going out that route. I like a good combustion engine, and I think that's what we need, really. So yeah, I think we'll leave that there for today. I just wanted to sort of touch on the future of EVs, and are we ready yet, and is the country ready, is the infrastructure there? I'm not sure it is, really. But we'll see. We've got 25 years to sort it out. You you're not subscribed already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. I'd ring that bell to get notified of all new content I drop. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. It really helps me. It helps rank the video and more people see videos like this. And I will see you all very soon.